Going on, y'all? I'm gonna get out here today and get this raised bed built. You can see some cinder blocks there. That's some of them that we're using. You can see where I've kind of started here. I'm digging it out just a little bit so that way they sit down in there, nice and level. I'm gonna dig all this here out and get everything set down, and then we're actually going to some logs that I've got, some sticks, and a few other things. It's called hugiculture, where you put some logs down so that way they can break down naturally over time, and that will be going as a filler in the bottom of this garden bed, because a lot of the plants that we're going to be putting in here, they've got good root system, but they don't have to go extremely deep. So center block is 8 inches across there, so 8 inches deep there. Dig out a little more, put a little bit in it, get some good soil in here on top, and start getting stuff planted. So we're going to go ahead and get that going. We'll do some time lapse and things like that, so that way you don't have to sit through the boring parts. And y'all can just come along with us today. Okay, had to get it switched over here because somebody forgot to plug in that other camera so it charged. I was just going to do everything on just that camera. But we got the cardboard in here. I soaked it all down with some rainwater that I've been collecting. I had it in that bucket. Well, the place here, they don't actually have gutters on the entire house. They've only got about a 6-foot section across over the back door to keep the water from, coming right down on people as they come in the house. But I put buckets on both sides, and I managed to collect about 20 gallons the last time it rained here. So that's what I've been trying to go ahead and I'm going to be using for the plants, because the well, not this one, but the one on that side of the house, I went ahead and tried watering the plants with that, and evidently the water out here is really high in iron. And to say the beans didn't like it was kind of an understatement. They're still surviving, but they just about didn't. So I've been collecting rainwater, and that's what we'll be using for the garden until I can get everything set up with that one there and get a filtration system on it as well, so that way we don't have to worry about the high iron content with the stuff going for the plants. But we're going to go ahead and get some other stuff in here, and then I'm going to bring the soil in, get that down, and then we're going to get some plants in here. Okay, now I just wanted to show y'all right quick kind of this is some of the stuff that I'm putting in here. I got a lot more around back of the house there. As you can see, this wood is it's already decomposing. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and use. On the bottom of this, you see, everything's pretty well ready to break down. It's already got some worms and stuff like that in it in there. Just something to try to kind of help everything out and get it really established. Yeah, see, some of it's already even turning basically into some good soil here. Got a lot of breakdown on it. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of what we're putting underneath everything. Just like I said, to kind of save a little bit on some of the soil I'm going to put on top, because I'm going to use some garden soil and a couple other things to go on top of all this. We'll fill it up and then start getting different stuff in here. It says not very big, but I wanted to go ahead and start getting some stuff in the ground so we can get it going. It not being very big, I can put some posts. I've got enough to go ahead and be able to cover this with ease with some plastic, just in case we get some more frost coming in, because we've kind of been having some oddball weather around here. Today it's 80 degrees and nice and sunny, and a few days ago it was cold as can be and rainy and everything else. So that's Missouri for you. But I'm gonna get back to it and we'll come back to this. But all right, we got the soil in here. This is the garden soil that I brought with me out of those buckets into here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of the that's potting soil right there. I'm gonna go ahead and finish that little bit across the top, just try to make it a little easier transition for the plants coming in here. And I gotta go pick the monkeys up right now, so we'll be back in a little bit, and then you'll get to see what all we're gonna put in here for right now. Alright, so here we go. Sorry about the wind still, it hasn't died down one bit. As you can see, we got these a little close down here, but that's okay because we're going to try to get them to come up more, and going to be doing a lot of pruning and stuff like that. I'm more interested in trying to get good soil down instead of dealing with, well, that stuff over there. So this year, every garden bed that we end up doing, I'm going to be focusing more on trying to get good soil down, get some nice, you know, just bring some life back to this and try to get away from so much sand. Now I still want to produce a whole bunch of food, but that's going to be my main interest right there, is getting good soil down everywhere. So from here on out, we just have an easier time with it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get some more rainwater. We got them in. I'm gonna get them all soaked down real good, let the roots have a drink. I wet each one of them down before I put them in anyway, but that way some of the soil can settle a little bit. For those that don't know, these are all tomatoes, but tomatoes are a nightshade now, or in the nightshade family. Now those, if you take some of these were already a foot tall or better, and I took the lower branches and things like that off of them and buried them deeper to where they could come up the stem. Now in a lot of plants you can't do that because you'll have issues with stem rot and stuff like that. But things of the nightshade family, like tomatoes and potatoes and things like that, you can still go ahead and hill up, and they will actually produce more roots out of their stems. So quick little tip, if you happen to get some, go ahead and bury them a little deeper. They'll get a better root system going, you know, and it'll just be all around better for the plant. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these guys wetted down. I'm gonna leave y'all with some footage of coming this way and kind of what it looks like around in this area here, and what the front of the house looks like at the moment. So we will catch y'all in the next one.